Casual, an individual acting without sufficient care or thoroughness on a particular subject matter. In the context of boxing, sticking only to a select few boxers while disregarding all others for lack of wanting to learn more about the sport.
I don't know what any of those words mean, but it is rather fitting for what we're going to be doing today.
Alright, I gotta talk about this word. This is a word that gets used way too much. A lot of times, it's not used appropriately. Let me go ahead and talk about this word casual. I see it get thrown around, usually by casuals. Now, I'm not saying anytime you call somebody casual that I think you're casual, but I do see quite a few casuals calling other people casuals. And the person that they're calling a casual really ain't a casual. They really need to be going to the mirror and saying that shit. So, the most consistent way that I see the word casual being thrown around is just when somebody disagrees with your point of view. Now, there's this one guy. Some of y'all know him, some of y'all don't. A lot of us know him by JFL. Now JFL's not in his name, but we still call him JFL because his name right now is like DSFG dash outbox 38-0 robbery, 2 robberies or some shit like that. I don't remember. It's some the name that he came up with is just not even comprehensive. All right, now this guy calls anybody who disagrees with him a casual. Here's the funny thing. He only talks about one boxer. There's only one boxer he actually talks about. You might hear him talk about AB and Deontay Wilder here and there, but you could have a conversation about the Aurora Borealis, and he will turn that conversation into Danny Swift Garcia and how he was robbed against Porter and Thurman, and he's actually undefeated. That is his whole thing. Try talking to him about any other subject in regards to boxing, and he does not want to talk about it. For instance, we were talking about Burchell and Tank Davis, and he said Tank don't duck anybody. So I asked him, how did Burchell duck Davis? Like, I just want to get his point of view. I wasn't gonna call him a casual because I don't do that shit like he does. And his only response is either, "Oh, you're a casual," or "Tank don't duck nobody." Okay, I already got that part. How do you feel Burchell ducked him? El Jefe asked him about Canelo and Andrade, just to get his point of view on that. He was like, "I don't really have any feelings toward that. I'm gonna drop off." You know, and then he jumps back on the stream later just to talk about Danny Garcia. Now this guy has the nerve to call other people casuals. Now this isn't all about JFL. He's just an example. He's a prime example of what a casual is. Okay, but I don't want to get this video twisted. It's not all about JFL. He's not the only one who does this. Like I said, he's just a prime example. But there are so many times where if you're talking about a boxer and somebody else doesn't know that boxer, they want to say that you're casual. And that is where this whole thing gets twisted. Okay? Anybody can talk about the popular boxers. Okay? Anybody can talk about that shit. Anybody can talk about Deontay Wilder and Triple G and Errol Spence Jr. and the Charlo brothers. Anybody could talk that. Talking about those boxers isn't what makes you a hardcore. When you are willing to dedicate the time that it takes, because I'll be real with you, it takes a lot of dedication to keep up with all the weight divisions and to keep up with the lesser known guys. It does. It takes a lot more dedication. You can type in Errol Spence Jr.'s name and in Google, and you'll find all kinds of shit. But when it comes to some of these guys in the lower weight classes, like Yoka, not Tony Yoka, I can't remember how you say the guy's name. I think he's Japanese. You're gonna have to do a little bit more digging. It's not gonna be as easy as it is to find information about the heavyweights or the welterweights. But if you're a hardcore fan, you're going to dedicate the time to do that. And it's unfortunate that this shit has been flipped ass backwards, because that's what a hardcore is. Somebody who doesn't just know the popular stuff, knows the shit that a lot of other people don't know. And especially if you have knowledge about the shit from the past. And I'm not talking about the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I mean, don't get me wrong, that also puts you further in the realm of being a hardcore fan. But when you can talk about shit from the early 1900s, the 1920s, when you have that kind of knowledge, you're definitely not a casual. But you got guys who, they think just because they talk about the welterweight division and the heavyweight division that they're hardcore fans, and that's simply not the case. I'll be honest, I don't really consider myself a hardcore fan. Now, I don't consider myself a casual either. I think that I'm somewhere in the middle. There's still a lot that I could learn. I mean, we could all learn more, but I'll be honest with you, when it comes to the lower weight classes, I don't know a lot of them guys. But I'm not going around calling people casuals either. So we got to stop this. We got to stop calling people who know about boxers that we don't know. And I'm probably not even talking to a lot of my subscribers. But, if you know a casual who does this, share this video with them. But that's what it is. I mean, that's fact. If you're just talking about the welterweight and heavyweight division, that doesn't make you a hardcore. If you only have knowledge about those two divisions, that you're definitely not a hardcore. Now, it's good that you know about those divisions, but and even at that, you should try to know the lesser known guys too. At this point, if you know about Ugas, I can't really consider you a hardcore, because Ugas is not really lesser known anymore. But if you know about these guys who are, if you know the guys who just came from the amateurs, that makes you more of a hardcore fan. I would be honest with you, I don't keep up with the amateurs, but me myself, I'm gonna dedicate more time to learning about some of these lower weight classes, at least try to learn about these guys who are on the come up, try to get my hardcore game up. I've never claimed to be a hardcore boxing fan, really. Maybe early on in my YouTube career, maybe. But there are guys out there who know way more than me. You know. But that's not a bad thing. What's bad is when you lack knowledge but want to act like everybody else don't know shit. I'm always willing to learn. That's why I listen to guys like Unrivaled Boxing Talk and The Boxing Librarian. Both them guys, their knowledge is through the roof. And they're pretty honest. Like, try calling Mark from Unrivaled Boxing Talk. Try calling him a historian, and he'll be quick to tell you, I'm not a historian. Now keep in mind, you're giving him props. But he's being honest. He doesn't feel that he's a historian. He'll give you his definition of what a historian is and why he doesn't feel he meets that criteria. He's definitely not a casual. In fact, very first time I met Mark, it was on a conversation where somebody called him a casual because he was talking about a boxer that somebody else didn't know about. And they accused him of being a casual for knowing that. That's why I said this shit is ass backwards. Now, if you're casual, there's nothing wrong with that. Or if you're a casual who's aspiring to be a hardcore, there's nothing wrong with that. If you feel that you're not a casual, but you could do more to learn about the sport, there's nothing wrong with that. But please, when you use that word casual, I'm not saying not to use it at all, but please use it accurately. To all my subscribers, anybody watching my videos, or if you just so happen to stumble on this video, hope you all have a wonderful, blessed day. Peace.
That's why I'm undefeated.